RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet of Wood River. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agency. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, Buy American. First Mid-America Credit Union, new name, same great credit union.
Hello everybody and welcome to the East Alton Ice Arena. We're having interleague play as one of the best teams of the East is playing one of the best teams of the West, the Marquette Explorers, facing off against the Triad Knights. It should be a fun game. We'll see you when you come back. You're watching hockey on RiverBender.com. Hello everybody, we're here at the East Alton Ice Arena. We're ready to play some interleague hockey. The Marquette Explorers are taking on the Triad Knights.
Yeah, Brendan, this should be a great matchup tonight as you have two of the top-notch teams in the area, Marquette being one of the better teams in the West Division and Triad being one of the better teams in the East Division. Player to watch out for tonight is Triad's goalie, number 33, Brendan Wright. Very good goalie. Just should keep an eye on him tonight as he comes out here against the Marquette Explorers.
Face-off win there for Marquette. Goes down into Marquette's end. Back to get it is a Marquette defender. Trying to clear, held in. Thrown near the net. Now goes into the neutral zone is Selby. Selby can't get past the defender. And it's back behind the net. Leaves it down in the corner for Grooms. Grooms up ice to Gibson. Gibson will chip it in. Now it's back behind the net for Marquette, so Marquette taking it out. Marquette able to clear. Now Verity rings it in, has it in the slot, it gets poked away. So Triad able to clear. The icing is called off. Back to get it for Marquette is Selby. It gets poked away. Selby able to get it back down in the corner. Shipped up along the boards for Gonzalez, gets checked. Marquette able to get it out. And Faulkner back from. Now Wright has it along the boards, brings it up to the point, gets poked away by Gonzalez. Triad in the middle of a change, able to get it away. Now Faulkner bringing it in, gets poked by Schrank. Schrank up to Cronin. Cronin can't clear. Irving throws it at the net. Easily chipped away by Gentry. Down low, a shot from the slot. Good glove save there by Gentry.
Triad doing a nice job here early, playing a fast-paced tempo. Here with Marquette, too, playing a fast-paced tempo. See which team can keep it up and get the first goal of the game.
When you own a business, your loss could be your employee's loss, too. That's why you should put American Family Insurance and me to work right away. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. I can help you design property and liability coverages that fit the needs of your specific business. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too.
Face-off won by Gibson down low. Puck comes back to the point, chipped up. Down in the corner, goes around the net for number 34, that's Irvin. Irvin throws it in, now Selby blocks it and he's taking it. through the neutral zone. Has it, a shot on Ride, and easily gloved by Ride. He'll cover up for a face-off.
That was a player to watch for tonight. It's Brennan Wright, the goaltender for Triad Knights. Nice save there. His first shot on goal.
A face-off win there. Shot on goal gets turned away by Wright. Down into the corner it goes. Gibson gives it back to the team captain. Goes back to him, Venito. Now Gibson. Back to Venito. It's chipped in by Gibson. Shrank back. Tries to leave it for Harder. Couldn't get it, and it's down in Triad's end. Puck goes cross ice. Nobody was there. And it'll go all the way down for Gentry, who will cover it up as Faulkner was coming in. With 9:26, we'll have a face-off down by Gentry in Marquette's end. And a face-off win there for Triad, but it comes out of the zone. And back to get it is Aaron Rogers. Rogers will chip it out. Now Lewis is bringing it in. He gets tipped out in front. He tries to get a centering pass. Tipped over the net. Now he tries to center it back to Lewis. Loses it. Now Rogers has it in the corner. Marquette unable to clear. And gets tripped up. No call. Marquette finally able to clear it. Rogers comes back to him. Tries to clear. Comes back in. Faulkner will take it out. Has it in Marquette's end. Good move there. Shot goes just wide. Blocker side of Gentry. It's down in the corner. Centering pass. Good save there by Gentry. It's turned away. He scores! The net got pulled off, but the goal will count. The rebound came off of Gentry. And Nick Faulkner with the goal.
Looks like the Marquette coach wants an explanation on that because the goal came out.
Whether you're planning for home improvement projects, family vacations, college tuition, or consolidating credit card debt, use your home for what you need. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they offer home equity loans and lines of credit that can lower your costs. For more information, visit www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a First Mid-America Credit Union representative.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Good heads-up play there by Nick Faulkner to get that loose puck. Take it around Gentry, who couldn't get back. Puts Triad up 1-0. Face-off one there for Triad. Venditto will throw it in. It goes down into the corner. A check there. Now it's tipped out in front and almost tipped in by a Marquette player, but Gentry was able to hold it out.
We have a goal for Triad Knights, number 8, Keaton Wright, unassisted, first goal.
My mistake. The goal went to Keaton Wright for Marquette. For Triad. Face-off win by Selby, and a whistle is blown. We'll have another face-off. One by Triad. Goes back to Vendetto. Goes wide. Snow throws it around. A big check there down there in the corner. A shot out in front, tipped, covered up by Gentry. Snow was there to try and put in the rebound, couldn't get it.
Triad doing a great job here early in the first, crashing the net, trying to generate a lot of offense, putting 6 shots on goal already here in the first period.
Face-off win there for Marquette. It gets chipped up and into the crowd. So we'll have another face-off down low by Gentry. Face-off won by Marquette. Marquette able to clear it. Gonzalez couldn't get it past Venditto, and they'll call it offsides against Triad. Faulkner touched it. Face-off win. Puck's trying to come in. Wright couldn't get it up. Now comes back for Rogers. Rogers hands it up to Wright. Wright and Lewis on the 2-on-1. Gives a cross eyes to Lewis. Lewis' shot goes wide left. And Gonzalez has it now for Marquette. He'll send it up for Cronin. Cronin gets poked by Venditto. Cronin will get it back down in the corner. Now Faulkner has it. He'll give it up for Wright. Cross eyes to Lewis. Lewis with a shot. It'll go wide as it was tipped out in front. Right along the boards. Chips it up low. Have it down in the corner. Big hit by Selby down in the corner, and he has it on his stick. Chips it into the neutral zone. And Irvin will just throw it back in. Now Faulkner has it up for Lewis. Lewis tries to give it back to Faulkner. Faulkner gets it. Schrank down in the corner, or just throw it around the glass. It's held in. Tries to center it to Faulkner. Gets tipped away. Now Marquette able to clear. And it's thrown back in. Schrank. Schrank will throw it out. Grooms unable to hold it in. Rogers up to Grooms. Grooms for Gibson. Back to Grooms. Grooms down in the corner. Centers it. Shot goes wide right. Marquette unable to clear. Tim Faulkner threw it back in. Now it's down low for Gibson. Throws it around the boards. Rogers able to chip it back in. Marquette finally able to get it back out. That's Verity. It gets poked away by Rogers. Silkwood will throw it down deep. The goaltender Wright will throw it out, and a shot by Silkwood goes wide. Grooms will throw it around the net. Now Gibson has it along the boards. Tips it up. Shot by Tim Faulkner goes wide. Irving throws it in. It's down low. Grooms battling for it. Now it comes out. Faulkner tries to go to the net. Gets tripped up. Shot by Wright. And a good save there. And the puck will come out. They'll call offsides. Offsides there against Triad.
Triad still keeping pressure here on Gentry here in the first period with 7 shots now on Gentry.
Comes out. Tries to get around Schrank. Schrank pokes it, and it'll come out. Venditto cross ice to Irvin. Irvin will throw it in deep. He goes down into the corner. Loses his footing and trips up a player. No call. Faulkner has it behind the net. Centers it. Backhand. Good save by Gentry as he was screened out in front. Gets the backhand.
Keaton right there tried a little in between his legs shot right there, but Gentry was all over it.
Coming in, this was expected to be a very close game, but Triad having all the offense so far. Vendetto throws it in deep, goes to the center. It's in the slot, puck is loose, and it'll just be covered up by Gentry.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RobertsMotors.com. There's a long pass, and looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
All the offense has been generated in Marquette's end by the Triad Knights. Face-off win for Triad. Shot by Vendetto goes wide left. Faulkner has it, centers it. It gets broken up, and now Schrank stops in the neutral zone, and he'll dump it in. Back to stop it is right. And an elbow is being called against Grooms. So Seth Grooms going into the penalty box for elbowing, and that'll be a Marquette power play. Here with 3:51 left in the first period.
Marquette needs his power play now with 3:50 left in the first period in the Triad zone to see if they can get a couple shots on net.
Triad has it, chipped out by Wright. Selby will take it, has it in the neutral zone. A good little hook there by Faulkner to get the puck away from Selby. He'll bring it in, Marquette's in, has a couple of good moves, finally gets it taken away. Wright for Triad has it back in his own zone. He'll give it cross ice to Rogers. Rogers' shot gets tipped and it'll go down to the near side corner. Faulkner had it, gets poked away. Verity has it, and Triad's in gets poked. So a good poke check there by Wright. And it's down in the corner. We'll have another penalty for holding. And that'll be against Keaton Wright for holding. So a 5-on-3 chance, a 1 minute 10 second 5-on-3 chance for Marquette, and they get the face-off, and Triad's in.
Marquette putting their goal scorers in now, seeing if they could get back into this game here late in the first period. 3 minutes left to go.
A good face-off win there for Marquette. Gets chipped back to Schrank. Schrank will throw it cross ice for Verity. Verity comes in, shot on Ride, and a good save. Puck comes back behind the net, tries to center it to Silkwood, and the door was closed by Wright. Puck will come down behind the net. Triad able to clear. And Verity will get it for Marquette. He'll chip it back. Puck comes up. Chipped ahead by Marquette. Back to get it as the goaltender, Brendan Wright. Vendetto will throw it all the way down the ice, and Gentry will stop it behind his own net. Verity gets hit by Faulkner, and Marquette's able to clear. Schrank trying to get into the zone. Shot gets tipped out in front, goes over the glass and out of play.
Triad's penalty kill is doing a great job here keeping the pressure over Wright. Only been able to get a couple shots even close, but for the most part, just getting the puck out of their zone, shifting it down to the Marquette zone.
13 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Face-off win for Triad, and they'll dump it out. So good penalty killing there, as there's only a couple of seconds left on this 5-on-3, but Marquette still has about a minute on the power play. Good job chipping it away by Gibson, and he'll throw it back in deep. The penalty is over. The 5-on-3 is over, but there's still a power play for Marquette. Marquette able to clear. Venditto will throw it back in. Schrank throws it down, but it goes down into the corner. Marquette's end. A big hit, but Schrank has it. Schrank and Triad's in. A shot on Wright, and easily saved. He covers it up. Just 19 seconds left on Marquette's power play. They need to get something generated here. They've had a really long chance to try and get something. Good defensive end face-off win for Triad. Bryden Wright will come out of the net and throw it out. It's held in by Marquette. A centering pass to Selby, scores! Danny Selby gets a pass from behind the net and puts a 5-hole on Brendan Wright. Nice shot there by Selby.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
At Jack Schmidt Chevrolet in Wood River, we make car buying a breeze. A member of our sales team will assist you in selecting the perfect new or GM certified pre-owned vehicle, and we back it up with our guaranteed price policy. Our commitment to you continues after the sale with genuine Goodwrench service. So if you don't know where to get the best deal on quality vehicles and service,
you don't know Jack Schmidt
in Wood River, Illinois.
Yeah!
Selby was right out in front of the net, got a pass from behind the Triad net, right out front, and just chipped it in. Now the game's tied up 1-1 with a minute left here in the first period.
Face-off win there for Triad, gets chipped out. Wright will throw it down in the corner. He gets met by Verdi. Selby gets around one defender, now tries to get around Wright. Wright keeps it in. Faulkner down in front, he scores! What beautiful goal by Nick Faulkner down low. Puts a couple of moves on some Marquette players and roofs it on Gentry.
Yeah, just left, right, just all around the Marquette defense right there, and just stuck it in the top shelf there on the Marquette goaltender, Gentry.
Andrew Gonzalez. Triad Knights goal, number 8 unassisted. Number 87 unassisted, Nick Faulkner.
So that'll give Triad back the lead, and Marquette was finally able to get a little offense generated. Triad gets it back. Comes up to Tim Faulkner. Gets broken up by Verdi. Verdi can't get past the defender, and Becker will throw it in. Rogers with Corte. Now Rogers has it. He sends it up for Grooms. Grooms couldn't come up with it. Rogers has it back. Chips it back. And it's broken up by Corte. Goes in front of the net. Gonzalez clears it. Wright will send it up to Gibson. Gibson to the far side to Irvin, and that'll do it for the first period here at East Alton Ice Arena. Triad leading the Marquette Explorers 1-0. You're watching hockey on RiverBender.com.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Back here at the East Alton Ice Arena for second period action. This is, even though the score is 2-1, this is a little more of a one-sided game than we expected.
Yeah, Brennan, Triad been able to put up 10 shots on Gentry and got 2 goals out of it. But Marquette only been able to put up 3 shots, still have 1 goal out of it. Nice little pass from behind the net out front to Selby for Marquette Explorers, and he just chipped it in on the great goalie, Brendan Wright. But yeah, like you said, this has basically been a lopsided game with the Triad Knights generating most of the offense. We'll see if the Explorers can get back in this and get a couple more shots on Wright.
Face-off win there for Selby. It gets chipped in by Grooms. It'll go deep, and Gentry will cover it up for a whistle. These two teams are one of the hottest teams in their divisions. Marquette, part of the West Division, joining the West Division with Bethalto and East Alton, Wood River, and Roxana. Highland used to be a part of that division, went over to the East Division where Triad is, which is joined by Columbia and Freeburg. And we expected this game to be really close from beginning to end, but Triad's taking it over. And as a shot goes in on Gentry and down into the corner for Wright. Harder unable to clear, and Rogers will throw it in deep. Wright, a centering pass. The puck goes back to the point, and Selby has it, able to clear it. Venditto will throw it back in deep. So still the Triad Knights are pretty much keeping the offensive part of this game, controlling the puck. Puck goes behind the net and goes down in the corner. Silkwood able to clear. Venditto back to get it. Chips it in. For Snow, comes back to Venditto. And Gibson has it. A shot, he scores! Roofs it over the blocker side of Austin Gentry, and that makes it 3-1.
Ace Hardware in Bethalto is your helpful place. It's where you'll find more than 70,000 items in the store and even more online. It's where the people know how to solve your problems. It's where top brands like Benjamin Moore, Still, and Craftsman make your jobs go smoothly and with confidence. It's where hot buys sizzle each and every week. Ace Hardware in Bethalto is more than helpful. They save you time and money too.
When you own a business, your loss could be your employee's loss too. That's why you should put American Family Insurance and me to work right away. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. I can help you design property and liability coverages that fit the needs of your specific business. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Yeah, Gibson doing a great job there. Made Anthony Silkwood fall down here in the neutral zone and then took it by himself down to Gentry and had another top shelf shot on Gentry. Triad seems to know that they need to shoot the top shelf on the goaltender Gentry to get goals here, as they've done that 2 out of 3 times on him.
And as we've been saying this whole game, Triad is keeping a lot of the offense in this game, as Marquette is finally able to get the puck down in their end, but they haven't been able to do that all period. That puck hits the ceiling, and whistle will call the puck dead. Face-off will come out of the zone. But finally, Marquette able to even touch the puck out of their zone. So let's see if they can get a little bit of offense started here, as they've looked flat most of this game. They win the face-off. DeBullen throws it in. And he's able to keep it in as Triad tries to clear. Wright throws it behind the net. Gets chipped ahead for Irvin. Irvin can't clear. DeBullen able to hold it in. Now they clear. Faulkner chips it ahead for Wright. Gets around Verdi. Wright, a shot. Good save there. Another shot. He scores! That's number 23, Tyler Lewis, on the goal off the rebound.
Gentry gave up a rebound there and seemed to be falling over a little bit. Gave up a wide open net and where the puck was. And Triad offenseman just came in there and got a wide open shot on the goal.
He tried to get back with the stick, but it wasn't good enough, and Tyler Lewis was able to throw it past him. Now Selby's bringing it in. He's got it at the point. Can't get it past that, and he'll throw it in deep. It goes all the way around. And Triad able to clear. Pass comes up to Selby. Cronin will throw it in deep. Wright stops it behind the net and chips it over into the corner. Back to get that is Aaron Rogers. Tim Faulkner will throw it in. And it's covered up by Gentry. And a high stick there on Schrank. So the face-off will still be in deep. No change. Face-off one for Triad. Faulkner gets broken up. He has the puck back. He shoots. And it's tipped over the blocker's side of Gentry. Rogers throws it in deep. Tries to give it back to Rogers on the give and go. Rogers gets it back. Shot. Gets broken up down in front. Faulkner has it in the corner. Gives it back to the point. That's Grooms. It's broken up and Selby has it. He gets around Gibson. And he can't get it in the slot and gets poked away. Loses the puck. And now it gets chipped up to Faulkner in the neutral zone. Faulkner has it in the corner. Couldn't get a shot off. Centering pass gets broken up. Faulkner checked by Selby. It comes back to Selby. He'll throw it off the boards. And it goes down into Triad's end. Out to get it is Brennan Wright for Triad. He'll give it up to Rogers. Tipped up by Faulkner to Gibson. Gibson a shot. Goes high glove side. And almost comes out of the zone. Triad able to keep it in. Comes up to Cronin. Can't connect with it. And Wright will give it to Rogers. Rogers just tips it ahead. And now Wright with a shot. Broken up by Schrank. Wright has it back behind the net. Up to Rogers. Rogers a shot. It's tipped and it goes down into the corner. Lewis has the puck. Fighting for it. In the corner in Marquette's end. Finally coming away with it is Faulkner. He loses it. Marquette tries to clear. Rogers holds it in. Tries to get it up to Lewis. Couldn't get to it. And Marquette able to clear. Rogers throws it behind his own net. Big hit there, and Triad's able to clear. Faulkner bringing it into the Marquette end. Couple good moves. Shot is blocked by Verdi. Centering pass from Faulkner. And it's chipped ahead for Corte. It's broken up. by Venditto. Comes up to Faulkner. Faulkner gets around Verdi. Puts Verdi in a chokehold, and there's no call. Wright has it in the corner, chips it behind the net for Faulkner. Faulkner tries to center it. Nobody was there. Irvin down to Wright. Wright has it in the circle, a shot. Good save by Gentry. And Marquette able to clear. Venditto stops it in the neutral zone. Irvin will throw it in. Late hit by Verdi, and he'll be called for interference next time Marquette touches the puck. Never mind. There was no penalty, but a good save there by Gentry.
Well, Gentry doing what he can here tonight against the Triad Knights, but his offense needs to help him out a little bit. Only putting 3 shots up against the Triad Knights, that's not gonna help anything. He's got to get the Marquette offense has to get more pressure on the Triad Knights.
Good save there by Gentry off the faceoff. We'll have another draw right in front of the Marquette net.
At First Mid-America Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum Card, which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a reward program which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for a First Mid-America Credit Union Visa Platinum Card at www.1stmidamerica.org.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Good little move there by Tim Faulkner. Has it behind the net, tries to center, it gets broken up. Kept in by Irvin. Faulkner has it in the corner, gets checked by Schrank. It's behind the net. Good hit there by Silkwood. It's under Grooms. Now it's down behind the net, and Faulkner fighting for it. Silkwood couldn't get it around a player, and shot by Irving. Gets blocked out in front, and backhand goes wide. Selby down in the corner. Gets hit. The puck is still loose. Selby chips it into the neutral zone. And Venditto has it for Gibson. Gibson for Faulkner. Faulkner will throw it in. Schrank has it for Marquette. Schrank will just clear it out. Irvin throws it in. And Schrank behind his own net. Tries to get it up to Becker. Becker will throw it in deep. Wright chips it up ahead. Becker throws it back into the corner for Gonzalez. There's a penalty called against Triad. There'll be a tripping call against Triad, so Marquette on their third power play chance on the tripping call against Venditto. They're going to have to get something started here. Comes back to Karpunki, will throw it in deep. Karpunki can't hold it in. Verdi back to get it for Marquette.
2 minutes for tripping.
Pressure by Lewis, gives it over to Karpunki. Gonzalez can't get to it. Becker now. Becker leaves it for Gonzalez. Chipped out by Aaron Rodgers, and it'll go all the way down for Verdi. Verdi will give it to Karpunki. Centers it. Gets broken up by Faulkner. Faulkner, and Marquette's in. A shot on the far side by Lewis. Gets turned away by Gentry.
Well, like I said earlier, Triad Knights still looking at the top shelf against Gentry. That's a nice save there by Gentry with the blocker.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Why is Roberts Motors #1 in Ford certified pre-owned sales in the St. Louis Metro East?
Visit the 169-point inspection all our vehicles go through.
Maybe it's because we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Or is it the large selection we keep in stock at all times?
Personally, I think the answer is all the above. Stop in today and see. Nobody does pre-owned better than Roberts Motors.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years in Alton, Illinois, or on the web at RiverBender.com.
Marquette needs to get something generated here. Minute 18 left in the penalty. And another shot by Triad. Centers it. Nobody's there. Goes all the way down, and out to get it is the goaltender Wright. Sends it up to Grooms. Gets taken away by Selby. Selby gets poked by Gibson. Gibson has it in deep. Shot on net, and a good save there. He'll lift the puck out of the net. Gibson takes it back away. Another shot. Another save. Goes off the helmet of Rogers. Rogers has it behind the net. Centers it. Gibson takes it away from Selby. Selby pokes it away. Now Selby's on a breakaway on Wright. Wright with a good poke check. So good heads-up play there by Brendan Wright on the breakaway by Danny Selby. Schrank will throw it in deep, and Wright stops it behind the net. Gives it to Irvin. Irvin to Rogers. Rogers will throw it and deep into Marquette's end. And that'll do it for the Triad penalty. Marquette unable to get anything started. Lewis tried to center it to Wright. He got broken up. Wright's down in the corner. Wright, a centering pass, gets broken up by Verdi. Verdi gets it out. Now Verdi comes in on a breakaway, but it was called offsides. Marquette trying to get something started, but comes in offsides was Anthony Silkwood.
Verdi doing a nice job in Marquette's defensive end, breaking up passes and stuff, just doing his best to get his team back in this game, but nothing seems to be helping right now.
The Bullen breaks up Faulkner and throws it in deep. Rogers has it in his own end, dumps it out. Faulkner can't beat the puck to the red line, and that'll be icing. So it'll come back into Triad's end here with 2 minutes left. And the second period, Triad leading 4-1 over the Marquette Explorers. And face-off win there for Triad. They'll come out. We got a 3-on-1. He gets past the defender, a shot, and a good save by Gentry. Gibson was able to get past the Marquette defender, but he only had enough room to put the backhand on Gentry, and easy save there with the pad. Comes back for Faulkner. He'll throw it in deep for number 28, Gibson. Gibson centers it to Faulkner, and Marquette able to clear. Goes back to Brennan Wright, and he'll dump it around the boards. He gets hit, and Carpunky back for Marquette to get it. Tries to clear. It gets broken up by Faulkner. Marquette finally able to clear. Silkwood has it. Gets broken up by Rogers. And Wright tries to get it out. Now it's thrown at the net. A good save by Wright. Another save. Marquette starting to get some offense generated here. And it's down behind Triad's net. And it gets dumped out. And that'll be icing against the Triad Knights. With just under a minute left in the second period.
Well, as soon as the Marquette offense just tries to get something going, the puck gets dumped by Triad, and that's the way it's been all night. Triad's really taking control of this game.
Shots are 21-5. Shows you how much of a one-sided game this has been so far. Marquette was able to hold it in, but Wright takes it away. He has it in Marquette's end, centers it to Faulkner. Good save by Gentry. Good defensive play to get it out. Wright has it in the high slot. A shot, he scores! Keaton Wright from the high slot, right above the hash marks, with a snipe on Austin Gentry.
Well, once again, top shelf. I mean, been saying it all night. That's where they're shooting on Gentry. That's where they're getting their goals at, is the top part of the net.
That's one of them put-away goals that might put this game out of reach. Verity has it back for Marquette. Tries to give it up to Gonzalez. He tips it in, so no icing. Wright loses the puck, gets it back, sends it back for Irvin. Irvin behind his own net, sends it up. Verity has it in his own zone. The pass for Selby. And it'll go behind the net. Shot goes wide right. And Ditto able to clear. And that'll do it for the second period here at the East Alton Ice Arena. You're watching hockey on RiverBender.com.
At Jack Schmidt Chevrolet in Wood River, we make car buying a breeze. A member of our sales team will assist you in selecting the perfect new or GM certified pre-owned vehicle, and we back it up with our guaranteed price policy. Our commitment to you continues after the sale with genuine Goodwrench service. So if you don't know where to get the best deal on quality vehicles and service,
You don't know Jack Schmidt!
In Wood River, Illinois.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
We're back here at the East Alton Ice Arena. I'm Brendan Overton, alongside is Jacob Roberson. And this is unexpectedly a very one-sided game in favor of the Triad Knights.
Yeah, we came into this game thinking this was going to be a match down to the end, and Triad just seems to be taking control of this with a 5-1 lead, I should say, here starting the third period. And big thing to talk about this game is just Triad's offense. They've been doing a great job just getting the puck around Gentry, shooting a lot of top shelf goals, and doing just a great job generating a lot of offense here in this game.
We talked a lot before the game to look for Brendan Wright, as we haven't got a good chance to see him. Only 5 shots on goal. He has come out and played a little defense for his team. And Irvin has it behind his own net. He'll chip it up. Kept in by Selby. Triad able to clear, and Schrank will throw it back in. Irving down along the boards. Wright takes it out away. And he'll dump it into Marquette's end, and that'll be icing. So Marquette still unable to get anything started here. as they start to get something generated in the offensive end, and Triad just throws the puck out. Good face-off win there for Selby. A shot by Schrank gets broken up, but he's able to get it back. That could have been bad for Marquette. He gets another shot, but it goes wide. Faulkner behind his own net. Gets around a Marquette defender. And now there's a 2-on-2. A shot by Faulkner, gloved by Gentry. And that'll be a face-off. Face-off one for Triad. Goes back to Grooms. Grooms' a shot gets broken up by Karpunky. Goes down into the corner. Comes back to the defense. A shot on net goes wide to the right. Grooms' a shot. Great save there by Gentry. Can't cover it up. Faulkner will give it back to Grooms. Down back to the corner. Give and go back to Grooms. A shoot. Shot goes way wide. Puck comes back to Grooms. And he can't hold it in. It's tipped ahead, broken up by Gonzalez. A shot on net gets broken up by Evanoff. Down to the corner, centering pass. Broken up by Evanoff. A shot on net, turned away by Wright. Evanoff down in the corner. Faulkner puts it back in the corner. Gets around Harder. Chips it up to Gibson. Gibson around Verity. Gibson behind the net to Faulkner. Faulkner a shot, and it goes wide. It hits off the back of the net. That's chipped ahead. Tries to give it to Harder, who was going off on a line change. Now Wright has it for Triad. Wright brings it in. Tries to center it. Lewis tried to bat that one out of the air. Couldn't get it. Marquette able to clear. Irvin will throw it back in deep. Goes behind the net for Karpunky. Wright gets it. Now Faulkner in the slot. Comes back to Irvin. Irvin will throw it in deep for Lewis. Lewis centers it to Wright. A shot wide. Now Lewis down along the boards. Was back behind the net and chipped ahead by Becker. Karpunky has to give it up to Corte. Now comes back in and Triad's in. And they'll call icing against Marquette. What do you think is really the problem as why Marquette can't get any offense started in this game?
Well, I think it's really just Triad's offense is just dominating. Marquette just can't stand a chance against them. They're just really fast, and they're controlling the puck very well and just passing it, getting around the net. Marquette not being able to intercept it or anything and get it down the other way.
Comes back for Vendetto, gets broken up. Selby tries to hit Vendetto and goes down. Marquette unable to clear, gets chipped in by Irvin. Irvin will get it back. He's got it behind Marquette's net. He'll give it up for Vendetto. Vendetto a shot, and it's covered up by Gentry.
All right, we have a winner for our 50-50, so grab those tickets. If the last three numbers of your ticket is 305, you have won $23. 305, you're a winner, come see me.
A face-off win there for Wright, goes back to Grooms. Cross ice to Rogers. Now Faulkner has it down in the corner. And it's back for Grooms at the point. Rogers. Rogers a shot. It's turned away by Gentry. Comes back for Grooms. Cronin couldn't clear. Wright tries to get it to Rogers, too far out in front. Selby can't clear. Rogers throws it back in deep. Centers it. Nobody was there. And back to get it is Wright for Triad. Keaton Wright sends it up ahead. Unable to get to it was Benera. Schrank throws it into the Triad end, and Triad able to clear again. Selby has it along the boards. Will be chipped ahead back to Selby. Selby around a defender, has it in deep, poke check by Wright, and a penalty will be called against the Triad Knights. It'll be their 4th penalty. This being Marquette's 4th power play chance, unable to score on any of them.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's see if they can get anything started here. Puck goes back for Venditto, gets held in by Verity. Venditto has it again. Verity couldn't get to that one. And it'll go in deep. Becker behind the net. Gives it to Verity. Verity will take it out himself. Gets past Faulkner. Good job there by Verity to get it in deep, cross eyes, and Becker couldn't put it home. Faulkner behind his own net. Able to throw it out, and Verity back to get it. Verity chips it ahead, can't come up with it, and Rogers will throw it in deep. Becker able to get it out. Selby around Gibson. Brings it into Triad's end. Good poke there by Rogers. Selby will throw it around the net. And Silkwood tries to chip it back. Vendetto gets it and sends it down to the Marquette end. Just 45 seconds left and the Marquette power play. They need to get something started here. Selby up to Verity. Verity in Triad's end gets poked by Vendetto. Verity and Vendetto meet down in the corner. Silkwood centers it for Harder. Shoots wide. Vendetto around the boards for Faulkner. Faulkner will chip it back to Vendetto behind his own net. Vendetto will clear with just 10 seconds left in the Marquette power play. One last chance on the power play. And Gonzalez loses it. That'll do it for the Marquette power play. Marquette unable to get anything started again. Selby gets checked by Rogers coming in. Gonzalez gets it on the bad pass by Rogers. Turned away by Wright. Gonzalez tries to give it to Harder. Broken up. Whistle is blown. And it looks like they're going to call Marquette with too many men on the ice. So Triad with the power play now. And they'll lose Selby. Vendetto up to Grooms. Grooms centers it to Gibson. Couldn't come up with it. Becker gets it taken away by Gibson. Now Grooms comes back to Vendetto. Vendetto cross ice, a shot. It goes wide. They'll come up to the point. It's chipped in for Thompson. Tipped ahead by Gibson. Marquette able to clear. It'll go to number 19, Evanoff. That's chipped ahead for Gibson. Gibson in Marquette's end. Gets taken away by Gonzalez, who will throw it in deep. Wright stops it behind his own net, and he'll hand it off to Vendetto. Just a minute left on the Marquette penalty. Schrank tries to clear, held in by Gibson. It's thrown around the net. Down to get it is Thompson. He's met by Gonzalez. Gets a little help from Grooms. The puck will be blown dead out in the corner. Nobody was doing anything with it. So it's 5-1 here, late in the third period. Just a little under 4 minutes left, and 44 seconds left on Triad's power play. We'll go in deep. Faulkner behind the net, chips it in front, and it's turned away. Goes back to Rogers, a shot saved by Gentry. Culp sends it around the boards, and Cronin able to clear it. Wright has it behind the net. He'll get it up to Faulkner. Faulkner gets hit by Cronin. Rogers has it back for Granite and for Triad. Faulkner loses the puck to Schrank. A shot by Rogers and it's covered up by Gentry. Four seconds left on the Triad power play. They haven't really been able to get too much started here. But still have the upper hand on Marquette. Face-off won by Wright. Goes back to Irvin. A shot goes wide. Lewis in front. Good save there by Gentry. Vendetto keeps it in. A shot on Gentry. It's turned away. Goes down into the corner. Marquette unable to clear as it's held in. Wright has it down in the corner. Chips it back for Vendetto. A shot. Gets tipped away by Verdi. Corte around the boards. Verdi throw it in deep. The Marquette penalty is over. Irvin will send it up for Wright. Loses it, gets it back. Has it in Marquette's end. Has to get around Becker. They're able to keep it in. Comes back to Wright. Wright gives it over to Irvin. Irvin a shot. Turned away. Verdi send it up, held in by Vendetto on the clearing attempt. Wright gets checked by Becker. Verdi has it behind his own net. Good move around Lewis. Trying to find a pass. And he'll just take it himself through the neutral zone. And it gets taken away by Lewis. Back to Vendetto, who will throw it in deep. And that'll be icing against Triad. Minute 42 left in the third period. Triad still leading 5-1. Marquette has only been able to get one shot so far in this third period. Selby unable to hold it in. Gibson will chip it out. Gibson gets it back. Centering pass. Couldn't come up with it. Was Chase Lewis. Check on Schrank, and Selby will bring it in. He puts a shot on Wright, and it'll go wide. Rogers chipped ahead. Gonzalez with a shot. It's broken up, and Gibson will throw it deep. Gonzalez will get it behind his own net with a minute left in the third period. Gonzalez ship it up for Silkwood. Now Rogers has it behind his own net. Up for Lewis. They're unable to clear. Now Rogers gets it past Karpunky. Schrank has it in his own end. Up for Silkwood. Silkwood will tip it in. And Rogers of Triad has it back. Rogers around Selby. Now comes up. And a shot by Gibson. He scores! Glove side. So a little salt to the wound there by Gibson on the shot glove side of Gentry.
That just puts an exclamation point on these two teams tonight. Triad's offense, just the story of this game all night long. It's putting pressure on Gentry, able to generate 6 goals tonight against the Marquette Explorers.
All right, the Triad Knights had a group effort on goal
Cronin
number 6, number 20,
throws it in.
Austin Gibson, to number 74, Parker Nesbitt, to number 19.
Behind the net was Irving, chipped it ahead.
Goal number 6.
Nesbitt, cross ice. Now Faulkner has it in deep. Stop, tries to get past Verde. Good job there by Verdi. And that'll do it here at the East Alton Ice Arena. Triad beating the Marquette Explorers 6-1. You've been watching hockey on RiverBender.com.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
And we're back here at the East Alton Ice Arena. I'm Brendan Overton. Alongside me is Jake Roberson for the game wrap-up. The Triad Knights just defeated the Marquette Explorers 6-1. And it was a lot more of a lopsided game than we expected.
Yeah, Brennan, we came into this matchup thinking this was going to be a really close hockey game between these two teams. Marquette being one of the better teams in the West Division, and the Triad Knights being one of the better teams in the East Division. And started off about equal. You know, the Marquette Explorers, they were putting some shots on net, and but Triad just basically overpowering Marquette with their offense tonight. And you know, that's the big story of tonight's game is Triad's offense.
Yeah, Gentry looked really good against Wood River the other night, but he looked a little off today, but he couldn't stop so many of those odd man rushes by the Triad Knights with a lot of those good offensive players coming in deep, and Faulkner and Wright and Gibson.
Yeah, Brennan, Triad being able to put 30 shots up doesn't help either. It's just, I mean, you can stop as many as you can, but 30 shots, you're going to let some goals in, and that's what the Marquette goalie did tonight. And
Gentry was able to have a 800 save percentage in that game, but on the other side, Brendan Wright was perfect, only having 6 shots on goal, but he was perfect in this game. And his brother was able to put up a lot of the offense in this game alongside with Gibson and Faulkner.
Yeah, his Wright's brother, Keaton Wright, number 8 for the Triad Knights, was able to throw in a couple goals here tonight. And that's who you got to give the Roby Award to for just his outstanding play in tonight's matchup. Him basically helping out the Triad offense.
Well, that'll do us here at the East Alton Ice Arena. This was hockey on RiverBender.com. See you next time.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. Jack Schmidt Chevrolet of Wood River. If you don't know where to get the best auto deals, then you don't know Jack Schmidt. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, Buy American.
First Mid-America Credit Union. New name, same great credit union.